I'm like, how many views have you had? You had like 3 million views on one of your videos. Do you really think that you shaking your ass on camera and stuff is right for you? Is just right for the brand? I don't think it's freedom style, to be real with you.
Do you want to talk about this on the podcast, or you want to? We just pause for a sec. No, I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna go? No, just come sit back down, bro. If I was being a bit harsh.
Welcome to the Freedom Property Podcast, the modern real estate brand empowering excellence.
So Ben, you've been in real estate for 12 months now?
Just over, yeah. I think it's 13 now. Yep.
What's the hardest property you've had to sell?
Oh, that's a tough one in case they hear this.
That doesn't matter.
I think definitely my sister's house was probably the toughest one. She had a townhouse over in Rochdale, and I thought that was tough. The reason why that was tough was I think it's no matter what, it's always like an emotional experience for the sellers. Some hearing people's feedback and if it's not quite back where they're expecting it to be at. And because it's my sister and I love her and care about her more than I would most people, when I saw her getting emotional, I was a bit like, oh, this is hard for me to be the real estate agent right now and not be your brother, say, and giving them the feedback that I can normally give as a professional, but be a little bit disconnected because I don't have that bond, strong family bond with them. So that was tough. We got there though. Yeah.
Selling family and friends' homes definitely is difficult. It does add an extra dimension into the mix, doesn't it? Because you obviously want to get the most amount of money for everybody that you have, but sometimes you can listen to the sellers too much sometimes. But your goal as an agent is to sell the property. That's your job. You're there to provide feedback to the seller so they can make a decision to sell.
Right. Yeah.
So
that was tough. There's been other tough properties to sell, but it didn't hurt as much. It was easy to just take it on the chin. Yeah. But when it's your sister, it was a bit.
So how has the transition been from tradie to real estate agent?
Oh, insane. I like way harder than I was expecting.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, big time. Because it's just a whole new life now. I'd always been a tradie. Like ever since I was an adult, ever since I started working as an 18-year-old, I've been a tradesman and just so used to having smoko on two bricks or and now I'm having lunch in lunchrooms in an office. I'm used to a different work site, a workplace each day. I'm used to doing a job that gets done in one day and I get paid for that job and then going to another job the next day. And all of that is just so different in this game.
Yep.
So the paydays are a bit more spread out.
Yeah.
Cash flow, it just big mental shift.
Yeah, it's definitely a psychological game, this one, real estate. Obviously, when you're a tradie, you're putting your body through it, so it's a different kind of world. But here you're putting your brain and your mind and your everything through it.
And I'm just as exhausted as I was at the end of the workday. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Not doing anywhere near the physical load, obviously, and
okay.
But it's
why real estate then? What draws you to the industry?
I don't know. It's a bit of a magic. All the stars aligned. There was a couple of ways how I ended up here. Like I've always enjoyed. I've bought a couple of homes and sold a couple of homes just myself, and thought that was pretty fun, and really enjoyed just real estate, houses, flipping houses, renovating. So I was always liked real estate. But when I was running my own electrical business and air conditioning business, my favourite part of that job was quoting, going out and meeting people, just having a bit of a chat, talking about a job, winning their confidence by just being me. And I had a pretty high turnover rate at that. And then I joined a networking group which had a real estate agent, and then she started telling me a bit more about her job, and we started working together a bit, and I started to think, oh, that's pretty cool what she's doing. And she suggested to me, she's like, you'd absolutely kill it if you came over to real estate.
Nice.
And when you hear something like that, right at at a point in my career where I was starting to get a little bit tired and maybe a little bit bored. That just kind of made me feel good, and I went, oh yeah, maybe I could do that. And then one thing led to another, and I ended up just going for it. No. Probably not the best of decisions, like at this point in my life, 2 young kids and career change, but I don't know, I'm a firm believer. When I make a decision, I just go for it.
Yeah, and you're making it work, mate. It's been a tough, from brand new to straight into sales to 12 months in. You're doing really well, and I think this next couple of years is where you're really going to find your feet, and then it's just going to be, next level from there. Because you've got what it takes to do this industry, and to be successful in it. And you're doing it slightly different as well, which we'll talk about in a bit. But what is your advice to another tradie who might be watching this that's thinking about potentially getting into real estate?
Yeah, okay. I think in many ways it's still the same job, which is weird. Like, obviously it's not physical. Like, I'm not carrying around drills and running cables around and that, but people and that aspect is pretty big no matter what the business is that you're in. Mm-hmm. People is, I think, and your people skills are how a lot of people are successful no matter what the business is.
Yeah.
So I think just, working out how to be a salesman in all aspects and improving in those aspects is a good way, is a good thing. The other advice I'd have is, I think financially you've got to be prepared too, because this is not something you just jump into and I can afford a Porsche year one. That's just a lot of people think, I'm just going to make squillions of dollars straight away.
Yeah,
it's a slow burner, that's tough.
Yep,
that's a grind. So I think you've got to be financially ready, whether you've got some savings or you've got some residual income or whatever.
Yeah. I always say that to people when they're sitting down with me, and I'm like, worst case scenario, if you didn't sell a house for 6 months, could you survive?
Yeah.
I try to be very, transparent with that, because they might kill it. They might get a listing in their first month, or and then they're rolling, and it just all flows nicely. But you might not.
But even then, if you do list something straight away, like I know some of the other new agents, they had family who were like, "Get into real estate. I've got a house for you to sell," and but they're still not going to see that money for 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's 3 months of no income.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out at full time straight away, and you need something to live off. So.
That's why it's such a good industry for young people. Hey, it is harder for a youngster to get the ball rolling, but because they don't have the financial stress behind them and kids and all that sort of stuff, they can. They can make it work. They can have a bit more time in the game, and
it's not quite as stressful.
Absolutely.
But I see that is also my advantage.
Yep.
Because I'm a bit like, oh man, I need another payday.
Yeah. True.
I've got kids at home.
You're motivated.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm stressing about it. But it's you got to be balanced, I guess. Like, you can't just freak out.
Yeah.
But you've got to have strong motivation, and yeah.
So it's been a year that you've been in sales now. And what has been the hardest thing about sales for you?
Wow. The hardest thing. I think it hurts, trying not to let it hurt you so much when you're rejected. Because I'm finding it easier and easier.
Yeah.
But that's pretty hard for me. I think as a young kid, just my whole life, I've always sought other people's approval, probably a little bit too heavily.
Yeah.
So, my actual next door neighbour and 2 doors down all chose not to list with me. And that, I don't know, that was just brutal. But it shouldn't have been so brutal. Now I'm like, I get it. I was too fresh, or I wasn't saying the right things or whatever. And not letting that hurt for so long, because I'd let it hurt and then I'd stew over it for 2 or 3 days when I could have been just getting on with it and finding someone else and just move on, next one.
Yeah, definitely. But how does it make you feel then, when you do get rejected?
Now I'm caring less and less about it. I'm just yeah, I think it was yourself or someone said to me, it's not really you, mate. Like, it's just lack of experience, or they've got a mate, or they've got someone else who they just
It's not
trust
your time
more.
yet. Maybe they've been chatting to someone for a little bit longer who's has been speaking to them for 3-4 years about real estate. So
and more runs on the board. And if I was in their shoes, I'd probably go with the other agent too. And that's a hard pill to swallow. And you're like, yeah, that's probably what.
Yeah, well, the more no's you get, you're getting closer to the yes, So, like I'm like trying to get you to invite that rejection because, like if you're not getting any rejection, then you're probably not anywhere close to getting a listing.
That's right.
This is how close you are to getting it. So these are great problems. It's, like you knew that listing was coming on, you didn't get it, but that's a great sign that you're that close. So you try and think of it as a positive. You're like, oh, so close on that one. That's great. I'm obviously doing something right here.
Yeah, that's a good mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just, spinning it to be like, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a luxury to get rejected. Like, oh, yeah, sweet. I've got another rejection.
This podcast show is all about you, agents. It's all about giving you the tips, the tricks, the strategies to take your business and your life to the next level. I'm very passionate about helping real estate agents, and the more people that subscribe and like this show, the better guests we can get on and the more value we can bring to you. So follow us, give us a like, and tell your friends. Look forward to working with you.
Yeah, it's something that will come easier over time because I'll probably get rejected more than anybody, but I also list more than most, So, I'm just getting rejected every single day, like sometimes, people that even list with other people and you think, oh my God, like what have I got to do to prove to this person? Or people you've sold houses for before or whatever. And you think, oh, what's that all about? Yeah. But situations happen, things change, there's always reasons for things, but you just got to keep going, just keep moving on. So, this first year, has things popped up that you weren't expecting? Like you've obviously tried to do things a little bit differently. You've tried to put yourself out there, So like, is real estate flowing the way you thought it was going to go?
Look, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. I think, I definitely had like a grand vision of just being like, because I'm a friendly guy. I get along with a lot of people. So I thought that I would have more listings and more people going, oh, yeah, let's go list with Ben. I did expect a bit more success in that regard. But then at the same time, I also kind of knew like, it's pretty normal that you're not going to take off.
Yeah.
So just having this weird balance of those two thoughts all the time.
And is your marketing and your profile, did you think you were going to be the person you're trying to be? Did you think you were going to be that person when you first started?
No, I definitely thought, I've got to keep that under wraps. Like I'm a bit silly. Obviously, I don't mind having a laugh and having a joke around. Comedy's a big part of my life. I've got a lot of respect for comedy and comedians.
Yeah,
and I want to be a little bit like that. And yes, when I started, I was like, nah, bro, you got to keep that under wraps. That's not very professional. That's not
Yeah, I don't know, like the whole like funny video stuff, like it can work, but do you really feel like it's working for you?
I don't know. It's really hard to say. Like it's cool. I'm getting some great feedback, like things that make me feel good. Like people, I've had just random people at like open homes being like, "Hey, you're that guy. Oh, that's sick." Like, and I'm like, "Oh, you want an autograph?" But like that doesn't equate to any money or listings or anything. So I don't know. Maybe it's just early days. It's really hard to say.
Because like I've never been a funny video guy.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not like funny at all. Like some of your videos, I watch them and I think they're funny, but I'm like, how's he going to get business from that?
Yeah.
So like, this is what I mean. Like, do you actually think it's working for you? Because like realistically at Freedom, we
think so.
Well, I don't know if it is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit harsh, but like, do you really think that, you like shaking your ass on camera and stuff is right for you. It's just right for the brand. Like, it's a good way for you to put yourself out there.
Well, I don't know. I kind of thought, get the views, get the people in. Like,
Yeah. But
reckon-
I've seen the comments and stuff, like in the comments section, like it doesn't really feel like they're like, oh, he's my agent,
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm
So
just
you
trying
reckon-
I'm just trying to think, like it's, like being famous on Facebook, it's like, being rich in Monopoly type of thing, like how are you going to,
Okay.
how are you going to like channel that into, to business, to listings?
I don't know. Like, I guess the thought was like, get famous, get listings. That's what I thought. But I don't know. Like, you reckon?
Well, no, like I definitely wouldn't do it, like I don't think it's my style, and I just, I don't think it's freedom style, to be real with you. Like I feel like you could just do it way classier and way better, and like I think you could be funny without having to like be like shocking comedy, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like you're getting some views, but like really how many views are you even getting? Like,
Well, yeah, I'm getting a fair few. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know. Like, do you want to talk about this on the podcast, or you want to like?
well, I don't
talk
know,
about
like, yeah,
it all the time?
I just thought I'd bring it up with you because, like it's, I just don't know if it's the right look for us, and for the brand.
Okay.
Well, don't you agree?
Oh, I think like, I don't know, like, Eamon, can we just pause for a sec? Sorry, man. So I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you gonna go? No, just come sit back down, bro. Just come sit back down. It's all good.
I'll just get a drink of water. Hang on.
Come sit back down. Sorry if I was being a bit harsh. I'm trying to deep dive into this. I don't think
sorry.
what you're doing is bad. Like I love
okay.
it.
I don't know. It kind of
Like-
feels like you're a bit.
No, I love it. I want you to explain to the audience, like to show them why you're doing it. Because I love what you're doing, But I
okay.
want you to. It's not a negative thing. I want you to say, well, this is why you're doing it. So why are you doing it?
Well, no, I am just doing it for the views, really. Yeah.
Did you?
To be honest, I'm not-
You
I'm not
asked me to sort of before we had this, but you asked me to go a little bit harsh on you on your videos.
Yeah.
You said to me like you wanted me to be a bit harsh on you, so I was harsh on you, and then you did that. Did you do that just to get views on this podcast?
Yeah, actually, I did. I'm fine.
Oh my god!
you can clip that off. and
Well,
use it
no,
if
we
you want.
won't. It's all good. Like,
Yeah, exactly. My strategy, honestly, I'm thinking, look, I'm a bit of a clown and I'm fine with it. Why hide it? If I can get people to look at me, then that is way better than. And that's what I know how to do.
yeah, you
And
do.
that's who I
Yeah.
am.
Like that's.
I'm a bit of a clown.
Yeah.
But I'm serious and I'm good at doing what I'm doing as well, and I can be professional, but I just can't stand being boring. That's
Yeah.
just who I am,
I love it.
and I like being creative, and I feel like that's what I can give to people, to sellers, is I'm a creative guy. I'll get you heaps of views, more people who are looking at my stuff and looking at your house.
Oh.
That is how I'm going to negotiate.
I just want to make it real clear for the audience, all right? Ben has proper stitched me up here. He said, be harsh on me about my videos. Pretend you don't like it because, and that's what I did. So I actually do like your videos, but, you are a marketing genius. You've got up, you've walked out of here, you made it look like we're having an argument so people now watch this podcast.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is genius, bro. And I love that about you. You're thinking well outside the box. That is unbelievable. Because, I'm always commenting about your videos. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, look at this. Like, I'm like, how many views have you had? You had like 3 million views on one of your videos.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, and like, people from, where was it? Like El Salvador were like, can you come over here and sell the house? Yeah, that was cool.
The thing now is that you've got the eyes on you now, so how we can now change that up into now showing the marketplace why you're doing it. You know, that recent video that you did, and you said, well, like, I get more eyes on your property, I get more eyes on your home, and that's exactly why you're doing it. So I think to have those videos in between and around the comedy and the fun things that you're doing, and that's the way to go.
There's some agents around who I have to claim like they're responsible for this kind of idea, because I don't want to drop names because it can be construed as both negative and positive, but I know them because of their social media.
Yeah.
And I don't watch anyone putting up a sold sticker. I just think that's boring as bad.
Yeah.
And I just can't watch it. So, but these guys, I watch them and I've followed them purely because I'm like, let's see what stupid dad joke he has to say in this video. And I'm like, that's powerful.
Yeah, entertaining.
I find that powerful. Is I know him and he is quite, and there's a couple of them around town here even. I'm like, I know them because they're funny.
Yeah.
And I think that they're probably, in the long run, that's probably going to do really, really well for me.
Yeah, nice.
Is if I can do that and if I can entertain people and they go, that Ben guy.
Yeah.
He's funny.
I like the funny videos if you can pull them off. I think it's a very, very tough thing to pull off, but there's definitely a few people that can do them, and you're definitely one of them that is doing well on this at the moment. But how that now evolves into you showing off your professionalism as well, and combining the whole two together, that's the next journey for you, this next part.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think once you combine that all together, it's going to just pop off. You know, but you know how to get eyes on things. People are going to watch this now and thinking I'm like, how to go at you or something. So that's crazy. It's hilarious. You know, I'm stoked. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that. But, you know, how do you come up with these ideas?
Look, a lot of them I do steal. Like, I can't really claim it. I'm just willing to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's what sets me apart. Yeah, like every now and then it's an original idea, or I'll tweak an idea. Like one that I did was someone who had a cafe in America selling pancakes, and I just tweaked it to be a real estate sort of video idea. So every now and then I come up with my own idea.
Yeah. Agents all the time, they're like, oh, I can't do that because somebody else did it, or I did it before, or you like, it doesn't matter, eh?
Yeah, but
people are copying yours now, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah, there's I've seen 10 different agents doing that video now.
Yeah,
I just take it as a huge compliment. I'm like, yeah, nice one, Jan.
Seriously. Yeah, if you're watching this potty or listening, definitely check out Halsey on Instagram, because his content is unbelievable. You know, and I think leaning into Halsey as well, you know, I think that is a good, memorable name for you, you know, it's, again, like trying to do things that make you stand out, make you different, you know, that get you an opportunity to present. You know, once we get the longevity in this business and you start to get the runs on the board and you've got a really good presentation, and then you can bring your unique selling propositions into that presentation and show the seller, well, listen, I had 3 million views on this video. I had 1.5 million views on this video. And you can explain to them how you can get their property in front of more people. That's huge, you know. But yeah, combining all of this together now is your key for the next 12 months. That's my game, yeah. You know?
Yeah, one of my favourite Instagram comments I saw was someone said, your sticker says the wrong thing, because my stickers say sold by Halsey. They were like, it should be Soldsy by Halsey. And I was like, that's gold. Just put in an order for 15 stickers, something like next order.
That's so good.
Salty by Halsey.
But that's that could be your thing, you know, people will remember you as that. You know, I had the Mr. Sell, you know, so people remembered me as that, you know. So yeah, they need to be thinking like Halsey, like Hooley's got it as well, hasn't he, with that Hooley, you know, like it's very memorable for him. So yeah, you've got to stand out as an agent. So you're doing this part so well, and I can't wait to see you combine all of this together, because this is going to be magic for you. And I just think that, this is very early days. This is 12 months into your career. And, you know, when we sit back and watch this in a few years' time and we see where your business is at, I think you're just going to be shocked with how big you can make your business.
That would be lovely. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a very nice thing to say. Bit better than what you were saying before.
You forced me into that.
No, days. No, I appreciate that a lot. I'm excited. Like, obviously, a big part of this is also patience. Like, it's a long. This is a career that takes time.
Yeah.
To kick off, and I understand that, and I'm keen for that. I'm up for it. I've said that to my wife. I've had to remind my wife of that, a few times in the last year. Like, I'm not going back to electrical.
No.
Not because I didn't hate that industry or nothing. It was just I've moved on, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And I got nowhere else to be. Like,
once you have a
this
taste
is my
of this
thing.
business as well, like it's really good. Like as hard as the knocks are, and as as big as the rejections are, as high as the highs are, like there is nothing better than walking out of a property with a listing agreement signed.
Yeah. Oh man,
like,
seriously.
That's just like that feeling that the sellers have put their trust into you, and that you've got a saleable home, and you just and you get to do what you want to do now. You're working all of this time to get this opportunity to prove to people that you are the person you say you are. That's awesome.
There's a couple of times where I've, I'm being all professional in the presentation. I'll get it signed, and I get back into my car, and I've just screamed. I'm just like, rah, yes! Like, I'm literally, and then I'm like just looking around, make sure no one's around. Rah! Yeah, you're right. It's a massive, massive rush because there's so much build up to these little moments.
Yeah.
And that, going back to a previous question, that's what I'm still getting used to, is that this is a bit more like that.
Yeah.
Spaced out, but bigger moments, so bigger wins. I used to win a quote for $1,000, and I'd be like, "Sweet, I've got a job tomorrow," But now I'm talking about much bigger wins, but they're just a bit more spread out.
That's it. But soon they'll become very
I'd
frequent.
say spread out, yeah.
That's it. But no, you're a legend, bro. We're really stoked to have you here at Freedom. Really added sort of a different dynamic to the business, you being here. And I think, huge future. So if you're not following Holsey, check him out. His videos are hilarious. He gets eyes on your property. If you want to sell it, he's a great person to be your agent. So appreciate what you're doing, mate. And just really intrigued to see where you can take this.
Thank you very much. Appreciate having me on.
Awesome. Thanks for stitching me up.
No worries.